updates on sports stories across the globe, and joining us live from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, are Aaron Akwejola and A.B. Iyomon. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ayo. Good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Rufai. As a matter of fact, we are live at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium. AB is dressed for the event, by the way. Look at all sporty. And it's actually raining. Perfect weather for the match. Unfortunately, the match doesn't happen till tomorrow.
At 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So the grass looks ready for us. But let's get into the major stories. And it's not particularly sounding pretty because the optics are usually everything. And as we speak to you right now, Finidi George will be playing his very first game as the coach and the gaffer of the Super Eagles. And it's unfortunate that his most prolific assistant, talking about Daniel Debulo Amokachi, who assisted the late Stephen Okechukwu at a certain time, also even gaffered the Super Eagles as an interim coach, is conspicuously missing. At the moment, there are talks that he's in Tanzania and attending a CAF function. But the question is this: the camp of the Super Eagles opened on Friday officially. And this is Thursday. Last week Friday, and this is Thursday. And as we speak, we're yet to have the assistant present here. How that would affect the team? Some are saying that maybe because the NFF forced Daniel Amokachi on the current coach. The NFF president has denied this allegation and this rumor and said nothing like that. But at the moment, we're waiting for the arrival of Dan Debulo Amokachi, and let's find out if they are united house. All that matters in this particular one is that the Super Eagles go against South Africa and actually win. But for the Super Eagles, they've been training, although a little bit disjointed, understanding that the strike action depleted the team heavily and staggered the movements and the resumption of players into the camp. But they are all here. Maduka Okoye should have joined them, the last to actually come in of the 23, and we're hoping that they will be able to put their tactics right and go against South Africa and do them heavy. Finally, CAF has actually come out to debunk that particular rumor that they will be postponing the AFCON for 2025. Morocco is set to host the AFCON in 2025, and there were talks that because of the FIFA Club World Cup, which is an expanded version, that will be overshadowing the AFCON, and AFCON will be moved to January of 2026. CAF has come out to say that nothing of such has been done yet. No decision will be made until they converge and think over it and come out with a resolution. But for now, the AFCON is still primed to take place in 2025 in the wonderful nation of Morocco.
Well, continue from where Aaron stopped. We also have South Africa, news from South Africa. They arrived in Nigeria last night and they stopped in Port Harcourt. Mm-hmm. They were meant to get to Lagos, but because of avoiding the long issues with immigration, they went to Port Harcourt. There were a lot of delays and all, and they could not fly into Uyo because Uyo airport, the runway, like we heard, it's not primed to fly at night. So they will be coming into Uyo today via a chartered flight. So many have talked about the tactics and everything, but this match has come with a lot of controversies, from the strike disturbing the players' arrival to South Africa not even being able to come in at the earliest time. But they'll be arriving Uyo today. We'll see how their journey, how the journey means for them, Aaron.
It's very, very, I must say it's very, very key, because they claim they have spent 18 hours flying from South Africa to Port Harcourt, and they are saying that they are looking jaded, they are looking tired. Whether it's a delay tactics or not, or whether they're just trying to throw us off the balance by claiming that they are all tired, one thing happens: Nigeria will be playing South Africa come Friday. Come rain, come shine, come rapture, come rain.
But so many say there's no really rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa, because South Africa likes to push this rivalry. But we'll see how that pounds out. We'll move away to tennis, where we had Zverev defeat Domino last night, and he will be playing Casper Ruud in the semi-finals. But for today, I think the biggest match of tonight is a match between world number 1, Iga Swiatek, and US Open champion, that is Coco Gauff. She has risen and risen and risen, and now she will be in the semi-finals. We also have Andreeva, who defeated world number 2, Sabalenka, playing the second semi-final against Paolini. We'll see how that goes for them. And also tomorrow, like we've talked about Casper Ruud and Zverev, we'll have Yannick Sinner, who's been firing on all cylinders this year, playing against Carlos Alcaraz, who probably will be hoping to revive his year in the semi-finals. We'll see how that goes for both semi-finals for the male and the female.
We're rooting for Coco Gauff, and finally, of course, Antonio Conte. Yes.
Definitely. Antonio Conte was unveiled by Napoli. And now we know that when a new coach comes into town, he will have his own inputs. And there are talks of Antonio Conte bringing in Lukaku. So many call Lukaku the merchant because, like Morata, who's played in big clubs, Lukaku has been going around big clubs. And now he's started to be wanted by Conte. We'll see what Conte brings into the Napoli team, knowing that Victor Osimhen is with that club, and knowing that Victor Osimhen, there's a chance, or there's been talks of him going to Chelsea, which Chelsea has come out to deny.
A lot happening. Congrats to Antonio Conte. He's making another big one back to Napoli. We pretty much know how Conte plays, you know, with a lean back line, high pressing game and all of that. You saw what he did in Chelsea. Hopefully he'll be able to do it in Napoli. And we saw that air of invincibility around him when he was in Juventus before he had his own problems. But I would like to go back to the Super Eagles camp. Forget the South African shenanigan. Let's focus on us here. Aaron, we asked Finidi George this question when he was here. Did they handpick people to work with you? He said no, but it's looking like it. How will you have your first important game and one of your coaching staff is somewhere in Tanzania? What is going on? Is that another sad reality for the Super Eagles as we speak? It's not the beginning of failure. I just pray we win this game because, see, as we supported Finidi George, if we don't win this game, we'll press his neck. We'll press his neck. We'll press his neck.
True. The optics did not look good at all. That's it. But we hope that they can actually move past that because the game is all that matters, not who is in camp or who is not available for that game.
Just work together because, like you said, Nigerians are ready. Like, oh, you know, we're going to definitely go there. But I just also wanted to mention about the ticket sales, especially because we're hoping and looking forward to a lot of support for the Super Eagles with, you know, Nigerians going out there to watch the match. I know a number of people would plan to do that, especially because this is Finidi George's first outing as manager. So I hear that they've spread out in a bid to ensure that it's accessible. The points where tickets are being sold, and then you can buy your, popular stand at 1,000 naira, and for VIP at 3,000 naira. So just urging Nigerians to go out there, let's support the Super Eagles, and let's have that very important win while qualifying, you know, for the World Cup.
Why can't they throw it open for us for free so that there's going to be more support?
Let them do giveaway.
Throw it open.
French Open.
But I think we've seen where there was a giveaway, free tickets, that was in Abuja. It was very chaotic, but giving the tickets now, I know that Uyo is a place where people love football because the last games played here last year, a lot of people came in, fans came in, trooped in to watch it. So
even
I
for the
believe
true
that,
charity game.
Yes, I believe that a lot of fans will come in. And the tickets are quite cheap and affordable. So.
Okay, now, French Open, let's start with that. Coco Gauff, big match today between Coco Gauff, US Open champion, against Iga Swiatek, #1 seed in the world, who won in, I think, 2000, 2022, and 2023. Coco Gauff is going to hope that she will be able to reverse the record against Iga Swiatek. But the major story on the women's side is that of Andreeva, 17-year-old Andreeva, who was able to take out Sabalenka. Now, Sabalenka, everybody will have thought, oh, whoever will face Swiatek will be either Sabalenka or Rybakina. And now we have this 17-year-old young Russian, performing the same feat that Martina Hingis performed in 1997 at the US Open. Yes. Now, making the record there. And she'll be facing Paolini, who took out Elena Rybakina. That's on the women's side. On the men's side, Casper Ruud got to the semifinals because Novak Djokovic had injury issues, and he decided to stand down. And, now it will be Zverev, not even Alcaraz, that we have been looking forward to. And,
yes.
Casper Ruud in the semifinals tomorrow. So the U.S. Open this year will be very interesting on both the men's side and the women's side.
The French Open, you mean?
Yeah. As for the Super Eagles, well, indeed, Wilfred Ndidi, I said that the late arrivals to camp caused a lot of problems. They really couldn't find their rhythm. Okoye is a goalkeeper, right? We have Okoye, we have Ojo Olorunleke, we have Nwabali. Yes. Now, all of them were told are in the camp. But whether they like it or not, they have to win that match tomorrow against South Africa. How they are going to do it, I don't know. Because they are third in their group. Rwanda is ahead of us. South Africa is ahead of us. We are in the same group with some other, don't let me call them smaller countries, so that they don't say these Nigerians have come again. But for them to be able to go to that World Cup, Finidi George has to make sure that they win tomorrow. How they do it, I don't want to know. They just must win. And as for CAF, now it was the Secretary General of CAF, Confederation of African Football, who told BBC that because of the clash, with FIFA World Cup and the 32-men team and all of that, that the best time we can have the CAF African Cup of Nations will be in January 2026 to allow the players to go for FIFA World Cup and all of that. So the rumor, so-called rumor, it's not as if it came from nowhere. Now FIFA says it is not true. The same FIFA will come back tomorrow and probably confirm it. But I said FIFA, CAF. Now this same CAF, they have not told us the date for the Women's African Cup of Nations. They have not told us the date for the second edition of the African Football League. So I think the Confederation of African Football needs to take a second look at its own arrangements. Finally, the Tigers, they've begun preparations for Olympics. I think about 20 plus of them are already in camp. Most of them are home-based players. I hope we will not hear stories this time about non-payment of allowances.
Aaron,
I know these people are your friends.
This is a new dispensation.
Tell them.
No, Doctor, I need to state this because I've done my own investigation. Okay. I remember when Rufai took AB on that particular question. So I did my investigation. Part of the things that held up the payment of wages for those athletes that went for the African Games in Ghana was the fact that the ministry said they found over 100, as a matter of fact, 105 ghost workers on the list that was sent to the CBN. How those names got in remains a mystery. So they've been trying to investigate, and that's what literally held them back. Because I must say that was what actually held back some of the money, because ghost workers were plenty.
Have they paid the ones that are not
they paid about half.
Have they finished paying?
Yeah, they paid half of them. But there are still some. There are still some athletes who have not been paid.
So they've not been paid. Aaron, you can see. You talk about ghost ones. Ghost here, we remove ghosts, but even living ones, they've not been paid.
All right, thank you so much, Aaron and
Amy. You have to take that up with the CBN.
We look forward to you bringing us, updates of that match, and we're looking forward to a Nigerian win. Even though obviously we love our South African brethren, but Nigeria has to have this win. Thank you.